The Silliman woman is a woman of substance.
The Silliman woman is strong but sensitive, confident but grounded. But most importantly, she carries with her the values of a true Sillimanian.
The Silliman woman is a class of her own.
A Silliman woman is quintessential and compassionate.
The Silliman woman is brave.
The Silliman woman is genuine. She is someone who does not change who she is as a person just because she has the title or she now has a crown or a sash. Because at the end of the day, you should not change who you are just because you have accomplished something like this in your life.
A Silliman woman is fearless.
The Silliman woman is timeless. The Miss Silliman pageant is the longest running campus pageant in Asia, even older than Miss World of 1951 and Miss Universe of 1952. The first Miss Silliman, 1946, Patricia Obsequio of the College of Education. There was no crown, nothing extravagant, not even a bouquet of roses, just a sash, but the first step to making history. Miss Silliman began as a popularity contest, a project led by the school paper, The Sillimanian. Patricia Obsequio was named most popular co-ed, and her prize was movie tickets to the best cinema in town. The contest continued that way in its early years, becoming a collaboration with the student government. Later on, the title changed to Miss Silliman University, and it has grown more sophisticated over the years.
I have always been a silent viewer of Miss Silliman ever since I was in elementary, and one of the biggest misconceptions that I have heard was just like in most pageants, people think that the woman with the prettiest face will win. So these people probably do not understand what Miss Silliman is all about or might have only seen 1 out of 3 segments. Also, in Miss Silliman, you can never really tell who will win. All I can say is, she who is consistent about her thoughts, ideas, and overall knowledge will become Miss Silliman.
Well, they say it's just for a bunch of vapid girls. But it's not.
I have heard and have been told that the Miss Silliman pageant cannot be won by girls like me. Well, 9 years ago, a fourth-year engineering student and a full-time dance artist at that time, with no pageant training nor modeling experience whatsoever, barely 5'2" and at that time had braces, became the first Miss Silliman from the College of Engineering and Design. So you see, the Miss Silliman pageant is not just your campus beauty pageant.
Most people think that the Miss Silliman experience ends at the coronation night. But the truth is, this is only the beginning of this extraordinary experience and journey that these ladies will be making.
One misconception about the pageant would be that it's superficial, when in fact it's more than just women parading themselves, but it's about using the platform that they are given to promote and put into action what they advocate for.
I guess the most common misconception revolving around the Miss Silliman pageant is that for us candidates, it's just another opportunity to showcase our physical appearances or to walk down in front of 1,000 of people in our high heels and our very glamorous gowns, because it's not. It's really much more than that.
It's not just you who wears the crown. The moment the crown touches your head, it's not so much a win for you, but a win for your advocacy. It's not so much about having the spotlight to yourself, but knowing your advocacy is in the spotlight now. Miss Silliman may not have always been this way, but it has progressed and will continue to. Miss Silliman now is about being a woman for others.
What makes Miss Silliman different from other pageants is the fact that it has always been beyond skin deep. It was never shallow and superficial because it was always made up of women who are always true about themselves and who are strong enough to speak about the injustices that we are facing today.
It's not a cookie cutter pageant. You get to be somebody by being nobody but yourself.
The Miss Silliman pageant is different in that it is dynamic. There is no one description of what the pageant is, nor one definition of who a Silliman woman is. These change through time, yet through all that, it remains relevant.
It is an experience not only for the candidates themselves, but for the entire community. Miss Silliman has always ignited the Silliman spirit, bringing together students, faculty, the alumni community, and even the entire city. People come together to celebrate these amazing ladies that represent what a true Silliman woman is all about.
It gives more importance to your advocacy, and it really judges you on who you are as a person, and it doesn't just look at how you carry yourself in front of 1,000 of people. So in that sense, it goes beyond your superficial layer to see if you really are a person of substance.
It showcases not only the beauty of a candidate's physique, but also the beauty of a candidate's mind, and how she can use these attributes to be a positive contribution to the Silliman community.
The Miss Silliman pageant is anchored on the Silliman woman's advocacy. And naturally, as someone now with that platform, you want to make big waves and you want to change the world. In my time as Miss Silliman, I learned that even when I may not be making big waves, I can make small ripples. You might not be this big tsunami wave of change for the world to see, but anyone can be that small yet sturdy pebble that causes the ripple effect. Miss Silliman does not discriminate between beauty of all ages from all places. Miss Silliman, with its heavy emphasis on intelligence, is not a stick to beat other girls with. It's not for anyone to say, Miss Silliman is only for girls of a certain caliber. Instead, with its focus on advocacy, Miss Silliman tells us that every woman stands for something, no matter how big or how small. I always say that Miss Silliman mirrors real life in the way that it's when you open your mouth and say what you have to say that you make a real score. In a society that will judge you before you open your mouth to speak, Miss Silliman amplifies what women have to say. To be Miss Silliman is beyond the gowns and the crowns. It is pressure, and although I cannot deny that there are external pressures, you pressure yourself most of all. There are so many labels, and naturally no one is ever without their own anxieties. What if I'm not doing this right? Or what if I'm not setting a good enough example? And with this, the crown for me is the most humbling experience of all. The Miss Silliman crown taught me to keep your head up, but always remember that no one is above making mistakes. So much can happen in 75 years. In that time, so many women leaders have walked their path. And for some, Miss Silliman is one of those paths. Miss Silliman is a celebration of women that has evolved and will definitely evolve more through the years. To the next Miss Silliman, the woman of the 75th. Next year is the diamond year, and indeed, so much is going on in the world right now. And yet, even now, hold on to hope and do not be silenced. Ruth Ginsburg said it best when she said, "Fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you." Remember that in a world that has plenty of labels and boxes with which to put women in, remember that most of all, you are worthy. From all of us, the Miss Silliman queens before you, I'm telling you right now, the Miss Silliman pageant has evolved. How much more the Silliman woman? You are going to be a crystal of time. We have told you our history. I cannot wait for you to tell us about the future. Tell us that indeed the future is a better place. Tell us that the future is better because you actively played your part now. There is so much to do for the world, to do for others. I'm inviting you now to do what you can with what you have. It won't be easy, but the journey of a diamond never is. The diamond year is coming. Your time is now.